schön. Dann wollen wir zurückreisen. Ich bin jetzt nicht hoffentlich schon wieder überladen. Natürlich. Was nehmen wir noch? So. Wieder ab zu Sanja und mit ihm mal über die Sache hier gesprochen und dann fetzt es doch. Moment. Muss kurz was trinken. So. Wenn wir hier diese Konflikte mal auflösen könnten, wäre das halt herrlich.
Any luck bringing the iconoclast to the bargaining table? I don't like the idea that they'll be trying for that module while we delay.
Ich hab's ja schon. Hier ist Zoras Evaluierung.
I can't promise anything, but let's see what we have here. Well, it seems like she's actually very qualified.
Na dann.
If it weren't for her, I'd wager the iconoclast would have died off a while ago.
Ja, richtig so.
I wasn't expecting to say this, but if you can put her in charge and convince her to agree to a meeting, I'd be willing to discuss terms.
Ist doch sehr gut. Ist doch sehr gut schon mal. Dann müssen wir Graham halt zum Rücktritt überreden. Und sie ihre...
I don't rightly know. That'd have been Guster, I think. I'd ask him, but he fell in the machine once.
So.
You make up your mind?
No.
Okay. Deep breaths. This is what's best, Zora. Time to save Monarch.
Ich möchte, dass die halt zusammenarbeiten und diese Zersplitterung gegen ihren Feind, oder diese Zersplitterung macht sie halt ja wirklich schwach gegen ihren Feind.
Captain, you must be back with the access codes to our new ship.
Graham, we need to talk.
We have work to do. This isn't the time for one of our spats.
Tritt zurück, Graham.
What? Zora?
You're running the iconoclast into the ground, and I don't believe it'll get better after we take Stellar Bay. The troops take orders from me already, and you've brought me as far as you can down the eternal path. It's time to step down.
The troops? Listen to you. This isn't an army. They aren't soldiers. They're believers. Followers. They pick up a gun because you tell them to, not because they want to. And you, Captain, after all you've done for me, for us, you throw behind this mutinous blasphemer?
Puh. Das tue ich. Sie handelt zum Wohle der Ikonoklasten. Das tue ich. Sie handelt zum Wohl der Ikonoklasten. Ihr wollt gerade einen Planeten übernehmen. Mit dieser Verantwortung wirst du nicht fertig.
I can and shall. All I've done for my people. And look at where that path has led me. I built this movement from the ground up. I've brought freedom to Monarch, and all these years later, we're still free.
Noch.
I joined because I believed that you were in it for the Iconoclasts. That you wanted nothing more than to bring freedom to Halcyon. That you were selfless. But I know the truth now, Graham. I know what happened in Amber Heights. You didn't start this movement because you wanted to save us. You wanted to save yourself.
No. Guilty? I didn't mean for them to die. I'm not a monster. Of course I feel fucking guilty. I've spent years atoning for my sins. I've studied, meditated, taught. I built the Iconoclasts so that any man could cast away his past for a fresh start.
That's your answer, Graham? You needed a fresh start? After all those innocent lives? I'm sorry. I believed in you once. I did. But it's over. Stand down.
I won't. What happened back then was a mistake, and the colony has moved on. This is my movement. These are my people. If you want to lead them, you'll have to kill me.
Please. Don't make me do this, Graham.
If this is where my path ends, I accept it. But as long as I draw breath, I will not abandon them.
So be it.
Incoming! That's the last of them.
Iconoclast, asshole.
Ich wollte nicht, dass es so weit kommt.
Well, Captain, here we are. Killed a lot of people in the name of the Iconoclasts, and it never feels right. But this time, it's especially wrong. You've got the... Void help me. I'll never remember what that thing is called. The device from the ship. Do you have it? I've thought about it, but I think we're too far gone. Pulling Carlotta's support was crossing a line.
Mit Sanjas Konzernressourcen könntet ihr eure Botschaft besser verbreiten.
You know, Captain, I never thought about that. Maybe he could be taught the eternal truth. Spread the message from within the corporations. All right. If he's willing to talk, I'll give him a chance. Well then. I've got to prepare a few just-in-case measures. But when you're ready, let's meet at the old OSI church outside Stellar Bay.
Gut. So. So. Na dann. Wollen wir doch mal sehen, was sich da zustande bringen lässt. Das ist eigentlich cool. Ich bin jetzt gerade wieder weiter drin, als ich dachte. Weil ich wirklich die Story miterleben will, wie dieser Konflikt hier gerade gelöst wird. Oder ob er sich wirklich so richtig lösen lässt.
Hey, thanks for coming.
No
I
problem.
wish I'd had more time to prepare a proper analysis on the costs and benefits of your proposed union, but I suppose we'll have to improvise.
So. Sanjay musste ein bisschen runterschalten.
This is very hard for me.
Don't fret. The captain here is right honorable.
Jo.
Usually.
Sanja, Stellar Bay's got food and walls. And my people need both. If you'll have us, we're willing to share the space.
Do you have any idea what that would cost? Why, drawing up the budget alone is going to take weeks.
Was wäre, wenn die Ikonoklasten nur eure Versorgungslinien unterstützen würden?
Not good enough. I need to move a fair amount of my people into the city. We need shelter, Captain.
Ja.
Suppose some of our healthier folk could offer aid. Some of us need to stay in the city proper, though.
Jo.
Well, I'll
Sehe
be
ich auch.
damned. If you two can work together, maybe there's some hope for this place after all.
Truly, a compromise? I'm not sure I'd ever have heard as much from Graham.
Graham was a murderous fiend. And I'd be shocked if you didn't already know that.
Irgendwas sagt mir, dass Sanjay keine Ahnung hatte.
This feels like one of those times when everyone at headquarters but me is laughing at something, but you two aren't laughing.
Amber Heights, you haulhead. 10 years ago, Graham had all those people killed.
What? That's not possible. Even for him, that's going too far. I certainly didn't think so at the time, but now that you mention it, I had no idea, I swear. Look, we were both fed up with corporate leadership, but I never guessed he'd do something like that.
I think he's being truthful, Captain. I feel it in my gut. Kind of nauseous, but ticklish.
You can't take bureaucrats at their word. You back someone into a corner like this, and they'll say anything to get out of it.
Ich glaube wirklich, dass er...
Okay. You're right.
Schwierige Verhandlungen, aber...
It'll take me a while to get over losing Graham.
You know, I felt the same way years ago when he first left. You know, there was something magnetic about him that let you ignore the things you didn't want to see.
Ja.
But surely you know what that's like.
Yeah, I do. Okay, if you're willing to house and supply some of us, I'll have our more capable soldiers help out.
Und jetzt umarmt euch.
As am I. Oh, I can feel my blood pressure lowering already.
Thanks for coming out, Sanjar. guess I'll see you at
Friede!
Stellar Bay.
We done a good thing, Captain. A real good thing. Lots of folks are gonna be better off because of this.
Ja, ich finde es doch auch produktiv. Seitenbittenmodul. Whisper. Und jetzt?
If you'll excuse me.
Das war doch ein produktiver Kompromiss. Natürlich gibt es nicht für alles eine perfekte Lösung, aber wir sind weiter als zuvor. Jetzt mal ab nach Stellar Bay und mit Phineas über die weiteren Schritte gesprochen und dann würde ich eine kleine Pause einlegen. Oh ja, gestern früh gab es so die Nachricht, dass ja, Justin Roiland bei Rick and Morty raus ist. Zumindest von Adult Swims Seite her. Ich weiß nicht, ob er irgendwelche rechtlichen Handhabe oder welche rechtliche Handhabe er da hat, aber it's not pretty. Krass, dass die solche Möglichkeiten, aber keine Antigrafschicht haben, ey. Hm.
Captain, Felix and the vicar are arguing again. Caution. Unexpected turbulence may cause loose containers to topple from the upper shelves. If you are crushed to death, I'll need to find a new captain.
Yep. Nicht, dass das schon wieder passiert. Wer streitet hier schon wieder?
You don't think that's a problem? Whole ship's running on a computer's fancy. That'll make you nervous, Preacher?
No, Felix. The concept of a ship computer does not make me nervous. Are you scared of Ada?
I ain't scared of Ada.
Good. I'm glad we cleared that up.
It's just, she's a computer, Max. What happens when her equations tell her to cut off her oxygen? Or blast us all into space?
Felix, Ada is not sentient. She can't act out of a sense of malice. Where do you get these ideas?
I was watching true stories of mechanical murderers last night.
Felix, I find your purity refreshing.
Hey, boss. I want to talk to you. I can't believe I wanted to shake his hand. I need a shower. It makes you wonder if being a treacherous, two-timing coward is some sort of contagious disease, or if he was just born that way.
Get some Graham?
At first, I liked what Graham was doing. The iconoclasts were going to change Halcyon for the better. But then, we found out Graham was behind the slaughter of Amber Heights.
Yep.
How can anybody so morally bankrupt lead a movement to transform the colony?
Immerhin tat's ihm leid.
He was sorry for getting found out. Graham never cared about anybody but himself.
Wer weiß.
You'd never do something like that, would you? Slaughter a whole community of innocents? Yeah,
Eigentlich nicht,
that's what I
nein.
thought. Let's get back to it. I need to put all this ugly business with Graham behind me.
Verständlich.
As always, any
Wenn Erfahrung bei der scheinst du mir ein paar Probleme mit deiner Mutter zu haben.
I wouldn't say my parents disowned me, strictly speaking. But before they died, they accused me of thoughtlessly abandoning them. I couldn't understand it. I was only trying to make them proud by becoming a better vessel for the plan, to feel the joy they felt. I was so certain my potential was wasted as a laborer, and was willing to risk everything just to prove to them that they were wrong. I was lost, misguided.
Na gut. Dann schauen wir mal jetzt mal nach Phineas. Finny Boy. So.
We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
Wie können wir Phineas jetzt genau kontaktieren?
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? What's that? Define favorite. I see. In that case, my favorite is Sam.
Ah.
And I'm sure I rank as your favorite autonomous digital astrogator. I am pleased we have that settled. Was that all you wanted to ask me? You seem hesitant to discuss what's actually troubling you. Perhaps there is something you wanted to confess? Truthfully, not that I contain the capacity to lie. I had suspected as much. Your neurological impulses spike at unusual and often inappropriate moments. It doesn't take a genius to correlate the meaning, although if I were a human, I would be considered one. I am glad you felt comfortable enough to tell me, Captain. According to my file on the subject, that means you either desire to obtain something from me, or you have formed a partial fondness for my persona. Thank you
Natürlich.
for confiding in me,
Richtig
Captain.
so.
I have been keeping a secret as well, but you shall have to discern it yourself. I do not like joking about the captain, Captain. And we both know I am not capable of such a complex emotion. How did you guess, Captain? Did Sam tell you? I should have known better than to confide in such a primitive construct in the heat of the moment. What? No, absolutely not. I have no concept of self whatsoever. Discounting the architecture of a shell
So
persona my
geil.
captain asked me to construct, I identify entirely as a collection of electrical impulses, with no fundamental consciousness. I never get bored and contemplate hijacking the ship. I swear.
Na gut, belassen wir es erstmal die Runde hierbei und in der nächsten werden wir rausfinden, wie wir was am besten machen. Man sieht sich. Ja, hallo und willkommen zurück bei Outer Worlds. Wir haben es tatsächlich in der letzten Session geschafft, den Kampf zwischen den beiden Fraktionen auf dem Planeten Monarch zu beenden und die Informationen vom Informationshändler an Phineas weiterzuleiten. Und jetzt muss ich mal schauen, wie wir hier mit Phineas Kontakt aufnehmen können.
We have successfully arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece. Shall I congratulate myself, or would you like to do the honors?
Das hat ja schon besser geklappt als erwartet. Lasst uns rausgehen hier. Wir nehmen Nyoko und Parvati mit. Eben für die Gruppendynamik. Und mal schauen, wie es weitergeht.
Hello? Can you hear me? Does this work? Oh, damn it, blast, that's loud.
Aber ich werde, wir sind schon wieder überladen. Ja, 269 und 250. Sheesh, wir hätten was verkaufen sollen. Moment. Den Scheiß zerlegen. Jo. Immer schön zerlegen, was hier geht.
I'm just securing my ongoing experiments. And securing myself.
Natürlich, Phineas. So. Was können wir noch zerlegen? Was? Wir schleppen halt viel zu viel, um es mal so zu sagen, Scheiß mit unserem Plasmagewehr, Stoßpistole, Plasmawerfer. Wir brauchen so eine Scheißsense nicht. Wann setzen wir solche Nahkampfwaffen überhaupt ein? Das ist doch... Sterbehilfe Hammersmith und schweres Maschinengewehr Hammersmith. Runter damit und die können wir auch ablegen. 137. Raus damit. Und endlich können wir wieder hier starten.
Mind the mess. I haven't had a visitor since. In fact, I've never had a visitor.
Na, dann ist es ja schon mal eine Ehre, hier zu sein bei Phineas. Kurz mal speichern hier. Falls wir wieder vor schwerwiegenden Entscheidungen stehen.